go. Hey everybody, it's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back. Next episode is Buzzards franchise in number 7. Last episode, we took on the Overdogs for the final time this regular season. Split the season series one game apiece, as we defeated them easily 11-5, knocking them out of the playoffs and moving us one game away from clinching a playoff berth at 8-4 on the year. Today's matchup will be our third and final matchup here against the Jacks, who are currently 1-1 against. If you remember a few episodes ago, actually literally 2 episodes ago, we split the doubleheader against them, losing game 1 7-2, and then winning game 2 9-2. So this is the proper match of that series. On the mound will be the aces for this matchup. Beavis Ortiz, who beat us in that first game of the doubleheader, is on the mound for the Jacks. He's with a 2.53 ERA and a 1-1 whip. He threw a complete game in that start, giving up only 2 runs. And for us, it'll be our ace, Jude Hope, who is still not fully healed up from his hamstring injury he suffered last time out when he threw a complete game shutout. He's 2-1 in the year with a 4.29 ERA and a 1.05 whip, and he will come into the start locked in. Lineup for today's game looks like this. Leading off in shortstop is going to be the Wink. Following him in center field is Worry Less. Batting third out in left field is Big Country. He is locked in. Batting fourth behind the dish is Burnout. Batting fifth at second base is the head of the class. Batting 6th out in right field is Balls Mahoney. Batting 7th over at third base is The Man. Batting 8th at first base is DDP. And batting 9th is the Song. Alrighty, let's see if we can get this win.
Now batting, the first baseman, Devin Godsendis.
Is 2-1 with a 49 ERA and a 1.05 whip. In his 3 starts, he's averaging 7 innings to start, 21 innings pitched, 10 hits surrendered, 20 hits, 2 walks, 2 homers, 1 complete game shutout, and he has struck out a team-leading 23 batters. Batting average against on the year for him is 247. The Jacks, after Godsendis, it is the on-fire right fielder Juniper Salinas. Then third baseman Hito Moonshada. Center fielder Joey McFreddy is locked in. He'll bat 4th. Hack will be at shortstop. He'll bat 5th. Arm Spears, the backup catcher, is in left field. He's locked in. Batting 7th behind the dish is catcher Samuel Perez. Batting 8th, Rattle, the second baseman Huffley Buffler. And rounding it out on the mound is Ortiz. Let's get it on. Batting short is both away. 1 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 2.
Fire, 2 homers to 9 RBIs on the year. Fastball away, Salinas cranks that to right center field, and that is gone. Salinas continues her trend of being nearly unmanageable late in the third year.
Now batting, the third baseman, Hito Moonshada.
Shada, high pitch active. 265, 2 homers, no RBIs. Foul. Down here behind 2 to count. So, got off. Great blue behind Shada.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Center fielder,
number
Freddy is locked in.
29.
Homerun, 10 RBIs. catching in the inning. Jacks with the lead on Homerun by Salinas. She continues to be astronomically good. It's coming up. Wink with Second Country.
Now that's the
Wink is
shortstop,
locked in.
number 46.
That's on the year. He's on the year in his 3 starts is 2-0. One of those wins against us. He has got a 2.53 ERA and a 1.31 WHIP. He's given up 7 runs, only 6 earned in his 3 starts, totaling 21 in the 3rd innings pitched, just over 7 innings a start on average. 24 hits surrendered, 4 walks, 1 wild pitch, 2 hit batsmen, 1 complete game, which he threw against us last start. And he has struck out 8 batters. His batting average against is 282 on the year. There we go. That's Buffalo grab it. It's diving played by Buffalo first. Just a little get up and on. That's
Number 60.
time.
Now batting, the left fielder, Buzzards. Ball time.
Got off by Swanner, 2-1 count. Good ball away, pulled by Swanner in the gap, right center. Ready, 2 down. Running out the catcher,
Number 52.
cleanup stop. Goes. High, throw down by Perez. It's late. Stolen base for the Wink. Wink's 7 stolen base of the year. He's now 7 for 12. Home on the count. RBI running active for Oliver. Pass ball up. Oliver cranks at the center field, but he misses it. Hangs up for McFreddy, and that's going to end the inning as we get a runner on to the stolen base. Weak, but nothing happens till the second or so. Liner speeds and tries to against Hokie. Check something real quick. Yeah. Alrighty, all good.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Shortstop Hackliner leading off, just recently picked up out of free agency by the Jacks before last game. Hitting 250 on the year here. And his short appearances here in his 7th season. Goes with the Jacks as he swings to a curveball 0-1. Ironically, he was released by the Wide Loads for Juice Jackson, who is now their 3rd baseman. And now he is signed to be on the Jacks, which was Juice Jackson's old team. Pitch change up swung through with the letters 0-2 to count. Down and in is inside 1-2. Way, fouled off. 1-2 still to count here with the Liner. In, blew it by him, strike 3. Second punch up for Hokie as he is locked in again. There's left fielder Arnold Spears, the backup catcher. He's locked in, hitting 389. Looking at Ryan here. Down the way, strike called 0-1. He's lined in the left field, hit pretty well. Swiner going back, lays out just over his diving glove, and the extra bases for Spears. Game with a 1-out double. Good effort by Big Country. He just couldn't quite run down the hard liner. Hokie knocked down, and that'll bring up Samuel Perez, the catcher. He hit 324 with 3 homers, 10 RBIs this season. Ground him in the hole to second, and off the diving Diaz's glove into shallow right field. Mahoney, who is playing deep, throws it in home, but it's going to be late as Spears scores 2-0 on the RBI single. Unfortunate there, and that'll bring up second baseman Rattled Huffley Buffler, hitting .245. 3 homers and 5 RBIs on the year as Perez notches his 11th RBI of the year with that base hit. There's a fastball down the way is blown by Buffler 0-1. Down and in, fouled off 0-2. Shot up and in, check swing inside 1-2. Down, chop the short. Nicholson flips the second just late. Diaz the first, though, is in time on the fielder's choice. 2 down, runner at second for Ortiz, hitting .182 on the year for the pitcher. Slider up and away, strike called 0-1. Down in the way, blew by Ortiz, 0-2 the count. Up and in, check swing, strike 3 called. Third punch up for Hokie, second of the inning as that ends the inning. But Perez chips in an RBI single as the Jacks extend their lead. It is 2-0 to the bottom of the second. Diaz, Mahoney, and Manning do up against Ortiz. We're going to answer back with some runs of our own. Henry Class Diaz leading off, set baseman hitting .318 on the year with 5 RBIs. Hitting in the 5 slot today. Fastball inside, strike called 0-1. Heater up, 1-1 the count. Curveball fouled back, 1-2 the count. Workball down and in is lined through the middle. Base hit for Diaz as the head of the class is on to start the inning. That's going to bring the tying runner to the plate with none down. Here's right fielder Balls Mahoney getting the start today in right field. Hitting .378 with 1 homer, 6 RBIs on the year. Pick off the first, nothing doing. Fastball up and in is inside, ball 1. Fastball up is fouled off by Mahoney, 1-1. Pick off the first, nothing doing. Slider middle in, turned on by Mahoney, lined into left field, but Spears is right there to catch the liner, 1 down. A little bit more in the corner, we have extra bases. Next up with 1 down is third baseman Ed the Man Manning, hitting .293 with 6 RBIs on the year. Bit of a downswing here for Manning, who was hitting up near .400 at one point on the year. Slider low, ball 1. He's also gone 3 or 4 games without driving in a run. Curveball at the knees, Manning lines it to center field, but guess what? It's right at McFreddy, 2 down. Diaz remains at first. Now to bring up the 8 hitter, first baseman Merriam DDP Doherty. In .346 with a home run and 6 RBIs. Doherty homered last episode, our first of the season. Big 2-run shot that really started the scoring against the Dogs as that strike is in there at the letters, 0-1. Work ball in the dirt, 1-1 on the bounce. On it goes, curveball down, strike called, throw down is late from Perez, stolen base for Diaz. His first successful stolen base this season, he is 1 for 2. 1-2 count to Doherty here. Chased it outside on the grounder. Ortiz the first, and that's going to end the inning. To the third, we're still down 2-0. God send us. Salinas and Moonshada due up against Hokie. Here's God Sendez. He's 0 for 1 today. No longer locked in, so he flew out his first time up. Slider inside is fouled off. 0-1. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up. That's right. Thinking of the wrong batter. Fastball's outside. 1-1. Curveball down in the way is low. 2-1. Change down and in. Fouled off. 2-2. Fastball in the way. Chased it outside. Strike 3. Fourth punch up for Hokie. Second straight. That'll bring up Salinas, who homered her first time up with a nice line drive homer over the right center field wall to start the scoring. Keeping her on-fire mojo intact. Curveball down in the way is fouled off, 0-1. Change way outside, no one in the zone, 1-1. Slider down the way, fouled off, 1-2. Fastball up and away, That's the pitch she homered off of as it's fouled away. We're still 1-2. Change it down and away. Chop behind the plate. We'll do it again. Still 1-2. Slider away. Chased it outside, strike 3. Third straight punch up for Hokie. His 5th today. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Moon Shada. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He's currently tense. Forcing down and in, chop back to Hokie, who makes the play. On to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for him as Moon Shada is hurt on the swing. Bottom 3, it is 2-0. Hokie, Winkelson, and Worrymore due up as we'll check the injury here to the third baseman. Hokie due to lead off. Pitchers locked in, hitting 1 for 8 on the year. And Moon Shada, it's hurt seriously enough for him to exit as Charlie Lopez, the shortstop, will come on. He'll play shortstop, which will move Hack Liner to his natural position of third base. Moon Shada pulled his hamstring running to first. It was not on the swing, it was on the action of running. So he's now out of the game. Hokie up. He's 1 for 8 on the year, but he is locked in. Let's see if he can start a rally against Ortiz here in the third. Couple hits given up by Ortiz today as that fastball's high, but nothing serious. He's also given up 2 stolen bases, but that's not his fault. His catcher has no arm. He's been able to strand the runners, though. Curveball up, hangs in the sky to center field. This should be an easy catch for McFreddy. As he's in a couple steps, he'll make the catch. 1 down. Next up's Winkelson. Wink singled his first time up and then stole a base in the first inning. Stranded at second base. Curveball low, ball 1. Slider at the knees, 1-1 the count. Here's high and inside, 2-1. Curveball down and in is pulled foul, 2-2 the count to Wink. Fastball down and away, grounded to short, right at the newly inserted Lopez, will play to first, 2 down. Base is empty for Worry Less, he's 0 for 1. Flew out his first time up. Curveball in the dirt, ball 1 as it bounces. Curveball at the knees, strike called, 1-1. Sliders into the dirt, 2-1. Work ball at the knees, ripped foul by Worry Less as he's late on the swing. Out of play, 2-2. Whiffer now activates. Fastball put in, chop to short, easy play for Lopez to his left, on to first. 1-2-3 inning for Ortiz as he's through the third. To the fourth, it is still 2-0. McFreddy, Liner, and Spears, middle of the Jacks lineup, 2 up. McFreddy leads off. He lined out to center field his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Still locked in, though, despite that fact. First pitch change up middle in, hangs, and that was a mistake pitch, and that is lined over the wall in right field. Into the Jacks bullpen. That is a home run for McFreddy, his 2nd of the year. Ironically, both of them has been hit against us. It is now 3-0 Jacks here in the 4th. That was a mistake pitch. Can't do that against the Jacks. Here's Liner. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Hokie no longer locked in. Fastball at the knees. Check swing low. 1-0. Second homer given up by Hokie today is that slider's pulled foul behind the plate. 1-1. Curveball outside. Taken. 2-1. Away. Liner fouls it back. 2-2 the count. Change it up. Foul back. Still 2-2. Slider down and in the dirt. Full count. Receiver down and away. Blew it by him. Strike 3. 6 punch up for Hokie. 1 down. Next up, Spears. He doubled his first time up and then scored a run in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 1 today. Still locked in. Slider outside on the first pitch. No into the zone. Ball 1. Receiver at the knees. Blew it by him. 1-1 the count. Change up and in, popped up, shallow left center. Winkelson going out for it. Shortstop is there. Makes the catch, 2 down. Base is empty for Perez. He's signaling a run his first time up. He is 1 for 1 today. Curveball down and in, bounces, ball 1. Fastball chopped in front of the plate. Oliver to first. That's going to end the inning. But the Jacks get another run on the mistake pitch to Joey McFreddy as he turns on a hanging changeup and pulls it over the right field wall for his 2nd homer of the year. 3-0 Jacks now to the bottom of the 4th. Hard to line up for the Buzzards. As we look to answer back. Big Country leads off. He's 0 for 1 today with the fly out. Work ball down and in is low. Ball 1. In there with the heater. 1-1. Fastball up and inline softly to second. Right at Buffler. 1 down. Next up is Burnout. Catcher lined out the center field his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Work ball in the dirt. Ball 1. Slider low. 2-0. Fastball at the knees. Burnout cracks it to right field. Hit pretty well. Salinas retreating. It's going to hit off the base of the wall over her head. That'll be extra bases for Burnout. He's now 1 for 2. First extra base hit we've had today. Runner at second with 1 down for Diaz. He singled his first time up and stole a base. He's stranded at second base in the second inning. 1 for 1 today. Slider down and in. Strike called. 0-1. Fastball up and in is chased. Line to short. Easy catch for Lopez on the soft liner. 2 down. Now to bring up balls Mahoney. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out. To left field. He's 0 for 1. Curveball inside misses. Ball 1. Curveball inside again. 2-0 the count to Mahoney. Slider at the knees. Ripped hard but foul. 2-1. Good swing by Mahoney. Just a little early. Definitely looking fastball there. Fastball blew it by in that time with the letters. 2-2 the count. Fastball but in line in the left field. That is a base hit. Spears gets to it quickly though, and that'll hold the runner to third. Runners at the corners with 2 down, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Ed the Man Manning, who is tense. Flew out to right center his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Can Ed get out of his hitting slump? Let's find out. Strike up it in on the heater. 0-1. Strike in there. 0-2. Big spot. Fastball put in. Line softly to right center. That'll get it done as Manning drives in his first run in a couple games. It's first run of the game for us. Runners at the corners now. 3-1 the score. 7th RBI of the year for Manning, who's back to neutral. Runners remain at the corners for Doherty. She's 0 for 1. Lined out her first time up. Fastball up and away. High. Ball 1. Fastball up and in. Grounded through the middle. Base hit for DDP as she's going to drive in a run as well. Her first of the game. It is 3-2 as that's her 7th RBI this year as well. Runners first and second for Hokie. Popped out to center his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 3-2 now the score. Ortiz now tense as Hokie's got an RBI chance. Slider hangs on the first pitch, lined into center. That is down for a hit. Manning coming around third. He's going to test it. Here's the throw from McFreddy. On line in time, and that will end the inning. Oh, a single for Hokie, but no run scores for him. But the Buzzards do get 2 as we are back within a run. To the 5th, it is 3-2. Buffler, Ortiz, and Godsendes do up against Hokie, who's now locked in again. Here's Buffler. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch four-seamer inside. Blew it by him. 0-1. Curveball down and away. Check swing low. 1-1. Change up inside. Out in front of it is Buffler. 1-2 the count. Slider down and in. Inside and low. 2-2. Seamer up and away. Blew it by him. Strike 3. 7th punch up for Hokie. 1 down. Next up Ortiz. Pitcher's 0 for 1 with this strikeout. Change up and away the first pitch. Line softly to left field. Swiner will not get there as that is a dump base hit for Ortiz. He's now 1 for 2 as he's back to neutral mojo, and that'll bring up Godsendes, who's 0 for 2. Runner at first, 1 down. First pitch change up middle in. Godsendes rips it foul. 0-1. Up and away. Line to third. Manning dives off his glove. It's a fair ball as he touched it in fair territory. Single for Godsendes. It is now first and second with 1 down as Hokie is down on neutral. Here's Salinas, 1 for 2. She homered it first time up. Let's see what she does here in this at bat. That last strikeout, Hokie has reached 30 on the season. First pitch curveball lined up the middle for Salinas. And that is 3 straight 1-out hits as the bases are loaded with 1 down for the Jacks, who look to break it open. Here's Charlie Lopez, the shortstop, getting his first at bat of the game as he came on for the injured Moonshada in the either the 3rd or 4th inning. I believe it was the 3rd. Lopez hitting .277, 7 RBIs on the season as he's currently tense. First pitch slider down and in from Hokie is low, ball 1. We're down and away, strike called, 1-1. Ball down and away, in the dirt, 2-1. Receiver down and in, chop, foul behind the plate, 2-2. Slider inside, chased it, strike 3, 8th punch up for Hokie. He's back to 10, locked in. Bases loaded for McFreddy. Homerun last time in the hanging changeup, he is locked in with RBI man. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him, 2 down. Forcing it down and in, line to second. Diving as Diaz, he missed it, and that's in the gap. I shouldn't have dove, it was right at him. This is going to be a bases clearing double for McFreddy. It's going to be 6-2 Jacks. So the relay throw is late. That's going to break the game open, and that'll bring up Liner, who's over 2, also with RBI man. Hokie no longer locked in. Fastball away, strike called, 0-1. Shouldn't have dove, it was right at him. Should have just stood there. Ball down and in, strike called, 0-2. Slider up and in, inside and high, 1-2. So fucking close. Fastball away, hitting the hole to second. Diving play, knocked down by Diaz. On to first, just late. Infield single for Liner as Hokie's now tense. Runners at the corners, 2 down for Spears. 1 for 2 with the double. Let's change it down and away, strike called, 0-1. Fastball up and in is high, 1-1. Slider inside, chop to short. Winkelson charges, makes the play to first. In time to end the inning, but the Jacks break it open with 3 runs on the double by McFreddy with 2 down and the bases loaded. 6-2 now as the Jacks retake a 4-run lead. Bottom 5, Winkelson, Worrymore, and Swiner top of the lineup due up. So close to getting out of that jam. Winkelson leads off 1 for 2 with a single. He's still locked in. Facing the now neutral Ortiz, who scored in that triple. Or double. Fastball low, ball 1. Strike up and away, 1-1. Fastball down the middle, Winkelson lines it to right, but it's right to Salinas, 1 down. Next up, Worrymore, he's 0 for 2 today. Thrown out twice. Fastball away, ball 1. Fastball up, Worrymore skies it to right, he got under it though. Again, right at Salinas. 2 down, base is empty for Big Country, he's 0 for 2. Still locked in though. Fork ball hangs, chop the second, right at Buffler. Easy 1-2-3 inning for Ortiz as he's through the 5th. To the 6th, we're still down 4 runs. Perez, Buffler, and Ortiz due up. Here's Perez, 1 for 2, grounded out to the catcher last time up. He's also hit an RBI single. Change up at the knees, strike called, 0-1. Receiver down the middle, skied down the right field line. Mahoney going over into the corner. He's there. Makes the catch, 1 down. Next up's Buffler. He's 0 for 2 today. Just looking for his first hit. Curveball down and in. Chopped at the third base line. That is just foul. Down and away. Grounded at the first base line. Diving is Doherty. Flips to Hokie. He drops it. Still makes the stop out there at first because Buffler doesn't run well. 2 down. Base empty for Ortiz. 1 for 2 today with a single. No error charge there to Hokie. Fastball up and away. Strike called, 0-1. Ortiz started the rally last inning, which gave the Jacks their now 4-run lead. Curveball down and in is low, 1-1. Slider down and away. Low, 2-1. Change up at the knees. Rip to short. Second, right at Diaz. That's 1-2-3 inning. Hokie bounces back to get through the 6th, but he's still down 4. Bottom 6, Oliver, Diaz, and Mahoney due up. Here's Oliver, 1 for 2 today with a double last time up. He's also scored a run. Switch to him, a fastball high, ball 1. Fastball away, strike call, 1-1. Slider middle in, line by Oliver into left center. That is down in front of Spears for a base hit. Second hit for Oliver today, he's 2 for 3. Leadoff man on for Diaz, 1 for 2 today with a single. Fastball up and away, strike called, 0-1. Fork ball in the dirt, outside, 1-1. Fastball outside, 2-1. Workball inside, 3-1. Fastball at the knees, line to short, right at Lopez. Easy first out. Next up's Mahoney. Ball's singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Ball in the dirt as it bounces, 1-0. That's high, 2-0 to count. Fastball put in, popped up as he swung on the power swing. Behind the plate, easy catch for Perez, 2 down. And here's the man, Ed Manning, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Fastball up, strike called, 0-1. Runner goes, curveball inside, misses. Throw down by Perez is late, stolen base for Oliver. Burnout's first stolen base attempt of the year, he's 1 for 1. Runner at second with 2 down, 1-1 count to Manning with an RBI chance here. Fastball up, pops it into left center field. It's in the no man's land, and that'll drop in for Ed's second RBI single of the game. It is 6-3 Buzzards. Or 6-3 Jacks as the Buzzards are now back within 3. Next up, Doherty, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Fastball down and in, strike called, 0-1. Fastball outside, strike called, 0-2. There it goes. Fastball up and in, turned on by Doherty, hit to the corner, hit pretty well. That's carrying into the corner. Salinas runs it down though, and it makes the catch to end the inning. To the 7th, we're still down 3, but we do get a run back as Manning cracks a 2-out single. 6-3 to the 7th. Godsend Salinas and Lopez 2 up. Hokie done after 6 innings of work. He throws 80 pitches, giving up 9 hits, 6 earned runs, 8 strikeouts all in the afternoon. He gives up 2 home run balls and a big 3 RBI double to really seal the deal. No quality start for Hokie, but at least he put up 6 innings. That's more than I can ask for, and he got back over 30 strikeouts for the 2nd time in his career, so good job, Jude. We're going to double a switch here. Coming off the bench, coming out of the bullpen, is going to be, let's see, second-year reliever, Finley Holcorn, the left-handed specialist. We're going to take Doherty out, and we're going to bring in first baseman Atticus Macias to take over there at first base. He'll lead off next inning. Holcorn on the season has made 4 appearances, 0-1 out of the bullpen with a 3.60 ERA. 2 earned runs given up in 5 innings, 4 hits given up, 1 homer, 5 strikeouts, and a batting average against 211. Specialist active here against left-handed hitting Godsend to start. First pitch curveball down and away is low, ball 1. Slider down and in, rip foul, 1-1. Receiver up, pop foul, 1-2. Change it down and away. Chop to third, Manning over to his left makes the stop. On to Macias in time, 1 down. Next up, Salinas, 2 for 3 today. She singled and hit a solo home run last time up. She is 2 for 3. Fastball down and away, strike call. Away, next swing outside, 1-1. Slider up and away, fouled off, 1-2. Ball down at the knees. Grounded at the third base line. Nice diving play by Manning, but it's past him up the line. Third hit of the game for Salinas. She is 3 for 4, her second single. Runner first, 1 down for Lopez. Shortstop struck out and is only at bat today. He's 0 for 1. Oh, wild pitch coming. Slider outside. Ball 1. Receiver down and in. Lopez crowns it in the hold a second. Diaz to second, 1. Winkelson back to first. Just late. Fielder's choice, 2 down. For McFreddy, who doubled in 3 runs last time up, he now has 4 RBIs today. He's also hit a solo home run. He is 2 for 3. First pitch, 4-seamer down and in. Swung through at 0-1. A specialist is active here against McFreddy. Slider down and away. Fouled back, 0-2. Down and away. Chop foul behind the plate, still 0-2. Change up. High, 1-2. Up and away. Grounded in a hold of third. Manning over to cut it off. Fires to first. In time to end the inning as Holcorn puts up a 0 in the 7th. Bottom 7, we're still down 3. Macias, Winkelson, and Wormwood do up against Ortiz. Was a quality start through 6, giving up only 9 hits and 3 earned runs. Hitting off his first baseman, Atticus Macias, who double switched in last inning. He's hitting .367 here with 4 RBIs. Got a good number of starts when Doherty was hurt with her dislocated shoulder this season. Fastball inside from Ortiz, misses ball 1. Ball hangs line through the middle as it phases through Ortiz's body somehow. Leadoff single, 10th hit of the game for the Buzzards. With a single. Fastball outside, misses from Ortiz, ball 1. Strike outside on the heater, 1-1. Curveball hangs, rip foul, 1-2. Pick off to first, they knew Macias was going, and he's going to be picked off. Tags him out for the first out of the game. First home base for Macias here. Curveball hangs on the next pitch, is skied into left field. That's going to be an easy second out as it's right at Spears. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Worrymore, 0-3. Looking to get something going here. Ball inside, ball 1. High heater, 2-0. Ball low, 3-0. That's high, ball 4 on the heater. Forced walk today from Ortiz. 4-pitch walk. 2 down, first for Swiner is 0-3. High pitch active here as Ortiz done after 6 2/3 innings. He leaves with a quality start for the time being. Gives up 10 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts, 3 earned runs surrendered. He's in line for the win. And if Jacobs can get the last out here in the 7th without letting that runner at first scoring, he'll have an official quality start. Right-hander Hugh Jacobs is coming out of the bullpen, the 7th-year veteran. In his 4th year with the Jacks, has no record, an 11.74 ERA and a 2.09 WHIP. 10 earned runs given up in 6 appearances, totaling 7 2/3 innings. 12 hits surrendered, 4 walks, 2 homers, 1 hit batsman, and 2 strikeouts. His batting average against is .364. Worst out of the bullpen currently. Looking to get out of the 7th. High pitch act for Swiner here, still locked in. Inside Jacobs. High again, 3-0. Curveball outside, low, ball 4, and that is back-to-back 4-pitch watches for the Jacks. 2 on, here's the tying run in Oliver. He's 2 for 3 to double a single, and his RBI man active, 2 down in the inning. Big spot for Jacobs. Slider low, ball 1. Has yet to throw a strike out of the bullpen. Slider low, 2 out of the count. That is 6 straight balls for Jacobs. Outside fastball, 3-0. Fastball outside, ball 4. That is 3 straight 4-pitch walks with 2 outs in the inning. Bases loaded for Diaz. 1 for 3 with a single. Big spot at second baseman. Let's see if he can. Fastball. Right called, 0-1. Curveball in the dirt. 1. Low heater, 2-1. Curveball at the knees, line to center field, but it's right at McFreddy. Jacobs gets out of the jam after walking the first 2 batters he sees. To the 8th, we're still down 3 runs. Liner, Spears, and Perez due up. Liner 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch to him is a curveball down and in from Holcorn, low, ball 1. Holcorn in his 2nd inning of relief work here. Fastball fouled off, 1-1. Change up and in is chased high, 2-1. Slider down and away. Chop foul, still 1-2. Fastball up and away, outside, 2-2. Curveball down and in. Chased at low, strike 3. Oliver to first, 1 down. First strikeout for Holcorn today. That'll bring up Spears, 1 for 3 with a double for the left fielder. Fastball inside, misses, ball 1. Curveball low in the dirt, 2-0. Slider inside, fouled off, 2-1. Way, strike, 2-2. Up and in, high. Slider away, grounded foul, we'll do it again. Full count offering again, fastball at the knees, line to right, right at Mahoney. Makes the catch, 2 down. Base 7 for Perez, 1 for 3 today with an RBI single. Curveball down and away, low, ball 1. Slider up and in, strike called, 1-1. Four-seamer down and in. Chopped up the middle, knocked down by Homerun behind the mound. He picks it up to first in time, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for the sophomore pitcher. Bottom 8, still down 3. Mahoney, Manning, and Homerun due up. Here's balls Mahoney to lead off. Right fielder 1 for 3 with a single as Jacobs stays on for his second inning of work. First 4 innings, that curveball down and then is called strike 0-1 as Jacobs takes whacking the first 2 batters he faced. Slider outside, 1-1. Slider in there, 1. Curveball put in, chopped to third. Nice diving play by Liner in the hole on first. One down. Next up, Ed Manning, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and 2 RBIs for Ed today. Down the middle with the heater, 0-1. Should have cracked that one. Curveball bounces in the dirt, 1-1 the count. Curveball 2-1. Slider away, lined by Manning into center field off the end of the bat, but it's right at McFreddy. 2 down. There's the pitcher's spot, Homerun. 2 innings of relief work, both scoreless. Good job for Homerun. He's 1 for 1 in the air as a batter. Coming off the bench, the pinch hit is going to be let's go with backup second baseman Nathaniel Hurls. Powers right-hander active for Hurls. He's hitting .375 on the air with an RBI off the bench. Curveball middle in on the first pitch, line at the middle on the ground. Base hit for Hurls as the pinch hitter delivers a single. Extending in with 2 down here in the 8th. He is 1 for 1 today with a single. Big spot for him. Second year first baseman looking to deliver here. Fastball up and away is high. Ball 1. Slider is low at the knees. Strike called anyway. 1-1. Slider down and in. Chop with the middle. Buffler behind the bag on to first. Just in time. And that ends the inning. To the 9th. We're still down 3 runs. Coming off the bench. Out of the bullpen for us. It's going to be reliever Hesto Despot. The third year pitcher. To the 9th. We're down 3. Buffler, Jacobs, and Godsend do up. Here's Huffley Buffler. Second baseman's over 3 today. Still rattled. He'll be the first batter to face Despot today. Hesto on the year has no record, a 4.05 ERA and a 1.05 WHIP. In his 4 appearances, he's given up 3 earned runs with 6 2/3 innings pitched, 7 hits surrendered, 1 homer, and he has struck out 7 batters. His batting average is 59 on the year, which is the highest out of the bullpen. And numbers respectable. That average. First pitch fastball grounded to short and is cut by Winkelson to first. 1 down. Good range by the shortstop. Now to bring up the pitcher slot, Jacobs. Will they pinch hit for him? They won't. He will be pitching in the 9th, it looks like. First fastball put in. Blow it by him. 0-1. Down and away. Chop to short. Winkelson charges. Makes the play on to first. 2 down. This is empty for the top lineup. Here's Godsend. A single last time. First pitch change up down and away is low. Ball. Up and in. 1-1. Four-seamer down and in. Low and inside. 2-1. Curveball up and away. Strike called. 2-2. Two-seamer down and away. Chop foul behind the plate. Do it again. Big pitch coming. Change up and in. Way high. Four-seamer down and in. Foul. Full count. Down and away. Hit up the ground on the middle. Nice diving play by Wing, but it's passed into center. Second hit for Godsend is today. He's 2 for 5, and that keeps the inning alive. He's locked in. Here's Salinas, 3 for 4 with the homer, 2 singles, and an RBI today. First pitch to our curveball down and away is in the dirt. Fastball away. Lined in the gap, right center field. Did pretty well. Mahoney, he will run it. Despot puts up a 0 here in the 9th. Bottom 6, bottom 9, we are down 3. 6 for the score. Top lineup looking to rally. Winkelson, Williams, Liner. We'll face Jacobs first. Leading off center fielder 1 for 4 today with a single and a stolen base. He is locked in. Facing the Tyrant Jacobs in his 3rd inning of relief work. Fastball outside. Ball 1. Fastball outside. 2-0. Curveball in the dirt. Ball 3. 3-0 the count. Curveball up and in is inside. 3rd walk today for Jacobs as Winkleton's on to start the inning. Tying run in the on-deck circle. Here's Worrymore over 3 with the walk last time up. Ortiz, he was the last batter to face. First pitch up, fastball high, ball 1. Slider, strike call, 1-1. Fastball down the middle, Barrymore lines to the left center, that is down for a hit. First and second now to start the inning for the Buzzards. Tying run to the plate with nobody out. Here's Big Country. Left fielder walked his last time up. He was walked by Jacobs. High pitch active. He is still 0 for 3 though. Slider inside. Ball 1. Fastball in there at the middle of the plate. 1-1. Fastball up and away outside. 2-1. Check swing inside on the heater. 3-1. Slider in there. Full count now. He swung through it, strike 3. First punch up for Jacobs. 1 down, and that'll bring up Burnout. He was walked by Jacobs last time up as well. That'll do it for Jacobs. Coming out of the bullpen for the save is left-hander Doc Simpleman, 7th-year vet. In his first year with the Jacks bullpen. Simpleman on the year is 1-1 with 6 runs, getting up to 7 appearances with 1 save recorded already. He's the only reliever to record a save this year. 8 2/3 innings pitched, 7 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 1 hit batsman, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Batting average against is the best out of the bullpen at 212. Simpleman is the go-to reliever, it looks like. After Munstar, of course. But for the clutch, it's Simpleman. RBI man is active for Oliver here. He's 2 for 3, double single, and he was walked last time at the plate against Jacobs. What can Simpleman do here with the tying run at the plate and 1-run lead to work with? Striking players on the heater, 0-1. Fastball up, fouled off, 0-2 as K-Man activates here for Simpleman. Fastball up and in is fouled back, still 0-2. And then fouled off again. Slider up and in, skied to left center. Hanging up there for Freddie. 2 down in the inning. And, we're down to our last out. Out of the class, who lined out the center with the bases loaded last time up. He is 1 for 4 with a single today and a stolen base. He does, however, have contact for his left-hander active, so that might help him out here. Fastball up and in is pulled foul, 0-1. Fastball at the knees, chopped up the middle, off the diving Buffler's glove into shallow center, no man's land. Winkelson will score on the play. It's 6-4, RBI for Diaz. Winning run to the plate, here's Balls Mahoney, 1 for 4 with the single. Tying run over at first, 2-on. Now tense. That's way high on the heater, ball 1. Heater away, 2-0. Right inside the heater, 2-1. Fastball at the knees. Mahoney cracks it right. Hit it well. Carrying. It is. It's gone. It's a walk-off home run for Balls Mahoney. The right fielder hits the second home run, and that is a walk-off winner for the Buzzards. 7-6 your final. It's Mahoney's your hero. Attaboy, Balls. Attaboy. Buzzards walk it off in the 9th with 4 runs. You love to see it. 7-6 the final today, thanks to capped off by the walk-off 3-run homer by Carter Mahoney. He'll deliver that, his second of the year. 7-6 the final score. Looking at the box scores, double-digit hits for both clubs today. 11 for the Jacks, 14 for us. Hitless today was Big Country, as well as, that's it actually. The pitchers, relievers did not bat, so they don't count, but everyone else got at least 1 hit today. RBI for Diaz there in the 9th on the 2-out single, then a 3-run bomb by Mahoney with the walk-off shot. 2 singles for Manning today, driving a run each, and then Doherty also had an RBI single back in the 3rd inning, I believe. On the other side, for the Jacks, 3-hit day for Salinas with a solo homer. Joey McFreddy also hit a solo homer, and then doubled in 3 runs later in the game, and then RBI single for Perez. That is their 6 runs there. Pitching lines, quality start for Beavers Ortiz today. Goes 6 2/3, getting up 10 hits, 1 walk, 3 earned runs. He, however, gets a no decision as the bullpen does blow the game. Jacobs, inning 2/3 out of the pen, giving up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And Simpleman takes the loss, getting 1 out in the 9th, but he gives up 2 hits, one of them a big 3-run homer to lose the game. He also gives up 2 earned runs since he takes the loss, falling to 1-2 in the year. On the other side for the Buzzards, Hokie goes 6 innings, no quality start for him. He gives up 6 earned runs, 2 homers, 9 hits, 8 strikeouts. Though he gets over 30 for the second time in his career. He remains at 2-1 to end the season with an ERA just over 5. Colquitt goes 2 innings out of the pen, 1 hit, giving up a 20 strikeout. Good hold for him. And Hesto Despot gets the win as he pitches the scoreless 9th inning, giving up only a hit. He improves to 1-0 on the year and drops his ERA down to about 3.5. Player of the game is Joey McFreddy with his 4 RBIs, followed by Carter Mahoney with the walk-off homer, and then Salinas with her solo homer as the third-place finisher. That was a clutch win. You'd love to see it. Okay. That is something you'd love to see, and that win puts us at 9, almost virtually locking us into the playoffs. We just need a few teams to lose out, or just, need a few teams to lose in general, and then we'll be locked into that playoff spot. Alright, 3 games to sim, only one of them in our conference, so we'll see what the playoff picture looks like here in a second. First, let's see what Ross. After that big walk-off homer, he gains +4 power. That's more of a confidence thing than anything. Love to see it. Moose signed veteran Tarzan Woodburn as they cut first baseman Grunt Manley. Moose are very at this point in time. So are the Heaters. Really, now that's a little bit of a bench upgrade there. Got out there to put Foster on their bench because they're still mathematically. Wide signed veteran Rusty Buston as he'll take over duties from Batch Wilson as the wide left are eliminated from the pension already. And Winkleson does lose 4 speed as his legs do start to cramp up, probably because we've made him steal 12 times this season. Probably need to, calm down with doing that with him. Alright, we are looking good to make the playoffs. Let's see how things shake out with the sim. Jacks are not mathematically out, but they have a long road to climb now. Sandcats beat the Sirloins 7-5 as they get their 9th win. With Stars win 5-0 over the Sawtooth to keep pace with the Sandcats. And the Heaters beat the Beagles 5-4, so the Beagles are now out of playoff contention. Heaters stay in it. They're at 7-7 now. Alright, so it's looking like us and the Crocodons and the Platypi are all going to be in, because I don't think the Grapplers or Heaters are going to catch the Platypi, and even if they do, the run differential is not going to be enough to take it from them. For us and the Crocodons, we just need to keep winning. This division is still up for grabs for anybody, and we got a big doubleheader next episode against the Nemesis. Nemesis are looking to catch up in the divisional hunt, whereas we're looking to slam the door and take the division for ourselves. So I'm pretty sure if we take at least one of those games, we're almost guaranteed the division. If we take both of them, mathematically we are going to beat the Crocodiles. So yeah, we just need to do that doubleheader next episode, basically. Alrighty, pitching matchup for the first game next episode in the doubleheader. It'll be Paxton Griffith on the hill against Melody Moose, 7th-year veteran to Southpaw for the Nemesis. Nemesis come in at 7-6, looking to keep their playoff hopes alive. And we are in at 9-4, looking to close up the division title. Griffith will enter at the game at 1-2 with a 6.35 ERA and a 1.94 WHIP for the sophomore pitcher, and for Moose, the 7th-year veteran, 1-1 with a 6.75 ERA and a 1.70 WHIP for the 7th-year Southpaw. Looks like player development options here. Alright, so again, this one for Doherty, we're not really interested in it, but we'll see what else is available. I mean, she doesn't really need the arm as a first baseman. She also doesn't really need the power. She's kind of already, good at that. Alright, this is a tough one for Oliver. There's a chance to lose RBI, man. Yeah, this isn't even worth it. I don't want him to lose fielding. I'm going to ignore this one. This is dumb. There's one for Soto. This is not, honestly, a bad one for him. It improves his fielding and his arm. Power's already his weak point, and matchups would really kill him because he only has 63 speed, so he doesn't steal that often. He also doesn't play that often. So that's considerably cheap. Think about that one. Hope it's just surprisingly still here. Maybe if it hangs on for one more, we'll think about getting it. I'm not, again, not paying for one junk. Give me something else to work with here, Bon. Jesus. And then this one for Griffith. This is a nice one. Velocity and accuracy for Griffith. That would be nice. Especially before his last start of the year. He could use more accuracy, that is true. But I would much rather it be junk and accuracy for him. So honestly, I'm not enthralled by any of these overly, so I think I'm just going to save and see what happens next time. I want to see what pops up. I'm going to save up and see what else comes up, because I'm not overly amused by any options, honestly. Alrighty, let's hit for the doubleheader next episode. Call today for Game 1. Here's your batting lineup. Leading off at second base will be the head of the class. Batting back in the lineup at shortstop is Junior Shelley, fully healed up from his ruptured Achilles injury. He's now batting second, having missed the last 4 games. Batting third out in center field again is Worry Less, Spool Worrymore. Batting fourth out in left field is Buck Big Country Swiner. He's still locked in despite being hitless today. Batting fifth, locked in at third base, is outfielder Wink Winkelson. Batting sixth, backup catcher Jaden Norris getting the start over Burnout. Give him a day off to rest. Batting seventh out in right field is today's hero, Carter Balls Mahoney. And batting eighth, back in at first base is Marion BDP Doherty, with Griffith on the mound batting number 9. And that will do it for this episode, everybody. This was a huge walk-off winner for us as Carter Balls Mahoney drops a 3-run bomb in the 9th inning with 2 down to win it for us. As we rally back to defeat the Jacks today 7-6, we win the rubber match of that series in the regular season 2-1. We are now almost certainly locked into the playoffs at this point in time. We literally just need to win this doubleheader against the Nemesis, and we will also clinch the division as well. So we've got momentum coming into the doubleheader, our final doubleheader of the season. Let's try and finish strong with it and see if we can knock the Nemesis out of the playoffs at the same time. If we do sweep the doubleheader, the Nemesis will be eliminated. Alrighty, and that's going to do it for this episode, guys. As I stated earlier, if you've made it this deep in video, thank you so much for sticking around and listening to me ramble on for about an hour, just playing baseball and, talking about us, struggling to start hitting early, and then we walk it off late and get the winner. Thank you for sticking around. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the follow button down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, link to Twitch in the description below. Until next time, everybody, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Have a good evening.